मांडवा निर्जय काशली की ताय गौर प्रेमानंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. So we are discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 31 chapter, 23 shloka. You can open in your phones or Maitreya uvacha iti prachetaso rachan iti prachateso rajan anyascha bhagavat katha anyascha bhagavat katha Shravayitva brahmalokam Shravayitva brahmalokam Yaya svama bhuvo muni Yaya svamyam bhuvo muni Maitreya uvacha Iti prachateso rajan Anyascha bhagavat katha Shravayitva brahmalokam Yayo svayam bhuvo muni. Somebody can repeat. Any Mataji? No. Maitreya uvacha. Maitreya said. Can you repeat? Maitreya said. Iti, thus, prachetasaha, the prachetas, Rajan, अन्य अन्य लोग च भी भगवत कथा, भगवान के विषय कथाएं श्रावित्वा, निर्देश देकर ब्रह्मलोकम, ब्रह्मलोक को यो चला गया। स्वयंभू ब्रह्मा का पुत्र मुनि परम साधु। कैन यू रिपीट विद मी? मैत्रेय ऋषि ने आगे कहा, हे विदुर, इस प्रकार ब्रह्मा के पुत्र नारद मुनि ने प्रचेताओं से भगवान के साथ इन संबंधों का वर्णन किया। तत्प्राप्त वे ब्रह्मलोक को चले गए। तात्पर्य: मनुष्य को भगवान के विषय में शुद्ध भक्त से सुनना होता है। प्रचेताओं को यह अवसर महर्षि नारद से प्राप्त हुआ, जिन्होंने भगवान तथा उनके भक्तों के कार्यों का उनसे वर्णन किया। ओम ज्ञानत्रिमन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपाद सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुकुं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम नमो भगवते नरसिंहाय। नमस्ते तेजस आविर्भव वज्रनक वज्रधम स्वकर्माशयं रंदया रंदयाम क्रस क्रस ओम स्वाहा अभयम अभयम आत्मनि भूयिष्ठ ओम श्री। हरे कृष्णा। So everybody understand Hindi? Everybody understand Hindi, no? No translation or something. श्री गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री महाप्रभु की। सो आज बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट दिन है सब भक्तों के लिए। आज निर्जला पांडवा एकादशी है और श्रील प्रभुपाद की कृपा से हमें अवसर मिला है कुछ समझने का, कुछ बोलने के लिए। तो नारद मुनि सबसे पहले ऋषभ देव जी ने अपने पुत्रों को वनवास संन्यास लेने के लिए बोला। उन्होंने तपस्या की। जब उन्होंने तपस्या करी तो भगवान शिव उनसे बहुत प्रसन्न हुए और उनके सामने प्रकट हुए शिव जी ने उनको प्रार्थनाएं बताई और बोला कि अब आप तपस्या कीजिए और इन प्रार्थनाओं का स्मरण कीजिए। उन प्रार्थनाओं का स्मरण करने पर भगवान कृष्ण प्रकट हुए और भगवान कृष्ण के उन्होंने अपना भाव बताया, भक्ति के बारे में बताया। प्रचेताओं ने बताया कि हमारा मन भक्ति में, हमें और कुछ नहीं चाहिए। इसके बाद इससे प्रसन्न होने के बाद दोबारा तपस्या शुरू करी। उस टाइम नारद मुनि प्रकट हुए। तो नारद मुनि पिछले कुछ 7 दिनों से पहले हमने शुरू किया। नारद मुनि प्रचेताओं को भक्ति के बारे में बता रहे हैं और कल लास्ट डे था कि नारद मुनि ने उसको समाप्त किया और अब 5th कैंटो शुरू होने वाला है हमारा। 5th कैंटो, वी आर 4th कैंटो के लास्ट 3-4 श्लोक बाकी हैं। तो अभी मैत्रेय मुनि विदुर से बोल रहे हैं कि नारद मुनि ने भगवान और भक्तों के संबंध के बारे में ये सारी कथाएं दी और इसके बाद वो वापस ब्रह्मलोक चले गए। He went back to ब्रह्मलोक। Now what is भागवत कथा? In this one word is there, भागवत कथा. Can you say? अन्यश्च भागवत कथा. So what is भागवत कथा? भागवत कथा means hearing a pastimes or the bhakti, the transaction of bhakti between Lord and his devotees. 3 चीजें हैं ना, भक्त, भक्ति और भगवान। भगवान की भक्ति करने से हम क्या बनते हैं? भक्त। भक्ति करने से क्या मिलता है? भक्ति। भक्ति करने से क्या मिलता है? भगवान। और भगवान यहाँ पे स्वयं खुद आए, किस लिए? भक्ति के लिए। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु he himself came to do what? To do bhakti, to taste the bhakti. Both actually. He came for 2 purposes. One is experience, second is distributing. So he came for 2 purposes, experience and distributing. What? Bhagavad Katha. The relationship between devotees and the Lord. भगवान स्वयं आते हैं। तो इसका एक बहुत ही, अगर हम रामायण में देखें तो ऐसे बहुत सारे उदाहरण हैं। We can see lot of examples where there's devotee and there's Lord, and there are so many devotees and Lord Ram is there in the center. Now what happens? Kekai, Lord Ram is ready, Dashrath Maharaj is ready to put garland, on Bhagwan Ram, that today he's about to become king. And Kekai comes at that time, Kekai आके बोलते कि नहीं, आपने मुझे एक प्रॉमिस किया है कि, तो मैं वो प्रॉमिस अभी लेना चाहती हूँ। I want that promise to get fulfilled. You asked me one boon, so now I want to ask that boon. So he says, what is that boon? So Kekai says that I want Bharat. मैं चाहती हूँ कि भरत राजा बने, और वो राजा तो बने मगर भगवान राम यहाँ से चले जाए। अब ऐसा कहा जाता है कि वो इसलिए नहीं चाहते थे कि भगवान राम यहाँ पे रहे, क्योंकि अगर भगवान राम रहेंगे तो भरत राज नहीं कर सकते, उनके सामने वो राज नहीं कर सकते। So she requested that he should go for minimum 14 years for Vanvas. And the devotion of Bharat Maharaj was so amazing that he didn't himself sat on the throne. He kept the sleepers of Lord Ram on the throne. And when he is going, Lord Ram is coming with him. Lakshmana automatically is coming with Ram. It is not कि मैं इनका भाई हूँ, तो मुझे इनके साथ जाना है, नहीं, वो कारण नहीं था। क्या कारण था? उनका कारण था कि मैं इनसे प्रेम करता हूँ, ये मेरे भगवान है, और जहाँ पे जाएंगे मैं इनके साथ जाना चाहूँगा। उन्होंने किसी की तरफ देखा नहीं कि कौन जा रहा है कौन नहीं जा रहा है, राइट? He himself just went with Lord Ram. So this pastime, this small pastime we will understand. So Narad Muni came with a question that how Lakshman just went with Lord Ram. कैसे? वो रुक भी सकते थे, सुमित्रा के पुत्र थे, वो रुक सकते थे, मगर रुके नहीं. तो कैसे just like a river flows into the ocean, simply he went with Lord Ram. How? So this question came in the mind of Narad Muni. And Lord Ram, he was a hero. But despite, that his father has given promise to Kekai, उन्होंने केकई, जो उनके पिता ने केकई को प्रॉमिस दिया, उसको फुलफिल करने के लिए उन्होंने राज्य छोड़ दिया और वनवास के लिए चले गए. उसके बाद वो केकई के पास जाते हैं और बोलते हैं, केकई, हे देवी, हे माते, तद ब्रूहि वचनम देवी राज्य यद अभिकांक्षितम करिष्य प्रतिजाने च रामो द्विर नाभि भाषते. ओ क्वीन, टेल मी what the king want. दशरथ महाराज को क्या चाहिए? I will execute those instruction and I promise you so. Rama does not take back what he has spoken. राम जो बोलते हैं वो वापस नहीं लेते हैं. वो किसको बोल रहे हैं? केकई को जाके बोल रहे हैं कि बोलो राजा को क्या चाहिए, और जो मैं बोलूँगा वो मैं निभाऊंगा. तो आप बोलिए कि आपको क्या चाहिए. There are two things in Bhagavad Gita. One is faith and second is conviction. भगवान शुरू के कुछ चैप्टर्स में विश्वास के बारे में बात करते हैं, फेथ, श्रद्धा के बात करते हैं, और बीच के कुछ चैप्टर में भगवान कन्विक्शन की बात करते हैं. तो बोलते हैं कि कृष्णा 4th चैप्टर में बोलते हैं कि ज्ञान की प्राप्ति किन्हें होती है? जिन्हें मेरे पे विश्वास है. हाँ, अगर आपको ज्ञान चाहिए तो आपको विश्वास होना चाहिए. और दूसरा, आपको इंद्रियों पे संयम, यू नीड टू कंट्रोल योर सेंसेस एंड यू शुड हैव faith. If you don't have faith, knowledge will not manifest. Now, what is faith? For start in bhakti, we need faith. But later on, if you have to be there very strongly, then you need conviction. Now, when we sit in the boat, suppose you have gone for boating sometime. Everyone have little fear from being in the water. But when we sit in the boat, थोड़ा बैठ जाते हैं. मगर if you want to be there and you want to roam around in the sea, then you need conviction in the person who is rowing the boat. That yes, this person is expert and he will take me to the destination and bring me back here. You need conviction. In the beginning you need faith, but later on to go forward in bhakti and go high in bhakti and to experience, the realities of bhakti, we need conviction. And that, what is meaning conviction? When Lord says that I promise you, Arjun. I promise you, Arjun. Now, what is the difference between devotee reading Bhagavad Gita and a non-devotee reading Bhagavad Gita? When devotee reads Bhagavad Gita, he understands Krishna is telling. When non-devotee reads Bhagavad Gita, he thinks that some human being is telling some Bhagavad Gita. They don't have complete faith that Krishna is supreme. So Bhagwan इतने सारे वादे किए हैं भगवद गीता में. Do you know any promise which Krishna does in Bhagavad Gita? हाँ, नामे भक्त्या प्रणश्यति. Then भगवान कितने सारे प्रॉमिस किए हैं. To have faith in that promise of Krishna is known as conviction. When we have that faith that Lord is promising and I strongly believe in that promise कि भगवान बोल रहे हैं मुझे, उसको बोलते हैं conviction. Otherwise it is faith that I like Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita can give solution. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very nice. It is a topmost. This is faith. But Hare Krishna Mahamantra, even one Krishna can deliver us from the material world. That is known as conviction. It is mentioned in Shastras that chanting Vishnu Sahasranam for 1008 times is equivalent to chant of one Krishna. One Krishna is equal to chanting 1000 times Vishnu Sahasranam. It is so powerful. Now, to have that faith and to have that conviction, and chanting with that conviction gives the taste in the holy name. Otherwise, we can simply chant also. So he goes to Lakshmana. So we'll understand the relationship between Bhagwan Ram and Lakshman, as Narad Muni is telling. So, one of the quality of Lakshmanji is Tam Vrajantam Priyo Bharta Lakshmano Anujagamaha Snehat Vinaya Sampanna Sumitrananda Vardana Bhratram Dayato Bhratru Saubhratam Anudarshyam. He says that endowed with humility, Ram's dear brother Lakshmana followed him, who had set out of affection. The increaser of Sumitra, who so dear to his brother while revealing their brotherly affection. तो श्रीमद् रामायण जब शुरू होता है तो उसके कुछ वर्सेस भगवान राम की गुणों के वर्णन करते हैं, and some verses it talks about the qualities of लक्ष्मण जी. लक्ष्मण जी ने क्या सेवा किया? When he went with Lord Ram, he was taking care of his body. He was cooking for him, he was guarding him, he was making his mat, he was keeping his mattress, and he was guarding whole night. So he was doing all these menial service. Vasishtha Muni kept the name of this boy Lakshmana, means the wealthy one. The meaning of the word Lakshmana means the wealthy one. Now, what is wealth? It is mentioned that he was aware that he will go with Ram for Vanvas and he will do menial services. Vasishtha Muni was aware. The real wealth which is mentioned in Ramayana for Lakshmana ji was the menial services. That was a real wealth for Lakshmana. What is a wealth for a devotee? There is a wealth outside. People have money, right? People have comfort life. That is their wealth, right? But what is a wealth for devotee? The wealth for devotee is seva. That is his wealth. How much wealthy is devotee we can understand by his seva and the service attitude. If we don't have that seva bhav or seva, that means we are not so wealthy in devotional service. So the name of Lakshmana means the wealthy one, and the wealth means menial services. And one of the quality of Lakshmana ji is that he always gives pleasure to his mother Sumitra. Now Sumitra called Bharat Maharaj, Lakshman ji, and he said, Shashtastvam vanaya vasaya, that you have been created to live in forest. You don't have any other job. You don't have any other dharma. Your only one dharma is that you are meant to go to forest with Lord Ram. You are meant for that. You are created for this only. So don't think that you are created for any other thing. You are created only for serving the Lord Ram, that too in forest. Nothing else. And it is mentioned that when Lakshmana ji is leaving and Sumitra goes to Lakshman and she says, Ramam darshatam vidhi mam vidhi janaka majam ayodhyam atmim vidhi gacha tata yatha sukham. She says to Lakshmana that consider Ram to be Dashrath. He is Dashrath, he is your father, and consider Janaka's daughter Sita Maiya to me as I am your mother. And consider the forest Ayodhya, because he is going to one forest, and that forest is Ayodhya for you. So always think that you are never separated from these three things. Your father, your mother, and Ayodhya is always there with you. So mother is telling himself to son that you go. You go for a vanvas too with Lord Ram. Don't stop yourself. You go. And she says, my child, go happily. It's not simply you go. She says, my child, you go happily. खुश होके आप यहाँ से जाइए. तो कई बार when a full-time devotee is about to join temple, so it is mentioned that he should not join out of frustration. कि प्रभु जी इतना प्रॉब्लम है, ये नहीं होता ना. He should join temple while dancing in Harinam. कि मैं आ गया, I have come. And he should be very happy, in a joyful mood. He should join the temple, or he should do seva. Then Lakshmana was Rama's dearmost. He was personally chosen by Rama. There is scriptural statement also in Ramayana which is mentioned. Nayam atmana pravachena labhyo na medhaya na bhauna shrutena yam evasya vrinute tena labhyas tas yaisha atma vivrinute tanum samam. It is mentioned, the Supreme Self, Bhagwan, cannot be reached by argumentation, cannot be understood by brain power, cannot be understood by reading scriptures. He alone can achieve Supreme Soul, whom he himself chooses to favor. जिसको भगवान स्वयं खुद चुनते हैं, वही भगवान को समझ सकता है. It is not that we have some power and we can understand Krishna now. Lord has to personally choose us. Srila Prabhupada, it was mentioned by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that my Senapati Bhakta will come in future and he will spread the holy name to villages and all the cities around the world. And that happened. Srila Prabhupada came and he took Harinam Sankirtan to every part of the world. It was predicted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he will come. वो आएंगे स्वयं और प्रचार करेंगे. So the service which is given to us, we should understand that it is a favor of Lord to me. By cooking for him, I am not fulfilling his hunger. I am not giving Harinam to people. It is he himself is choosing me and giving me favor so that I can be engaged in his service. That is known as so that I can get purified. भगवान मुझे शुद्ध करने के लिए अपनी सेवा में लगा रहे हैं. Krishna is Purna. One of the quality of Krishna is he is Purna. And the Purna means he is satisfied. He is self-sufficient. He don't need anything. So why he want us to do bhoga offering and all those things? He don't want all the. He want yo me bhakta prashyati. He want love and devotion. Nothing else. He went to Duryodhana and he was there in the palace of Duryodhana, and Duryodhana is telling, oh Lord, so many things are there for you, you can take anything. He said, I take only in two conditions. When I am hungry and when someone offers me with love and devotion. Right now I am not hungry also and you don't have love and devotion also. So I don't want anything. So Lord is not hungry. He is not greedy. He wants to purify us. He wants us to go back to him. That's why he is engaging in his seva. And that too, he personally chooses that devotee, that this devotee will do this seva. Like this, he personally chose Lakshmana. उन्होंने स्वयं अपने आप लक्ष्मण को चूज किया कि यही मेरे साथ वनवास लेंगे, मेरे साथ जाएंगे और मेरी सेवा करेंगे. Lakshman, he says to Lord Ram, he says, means it is mentioned that what was the relationship between Lord Ram and Lakshman ji. So Lakshman ji says to Ramchandra, he says, Na cha sita tvaya hina chaham api raghava muhurtam api jiva vo jalan matsau ivo dritau. He says, O descendant of Raghu, Lord Ram, without you, neither Sita nor I can live even for a short while like a fish taken from the water. I can't live without you. It is like you are separating the fish. आप मछली और पानी को अलग कर रहे हैं. मैं नहीं रह सकता, मेरे लिए बहुत कठिन है. This is the symptom of Ananya Bhakti, where a devotee gets satisfaction and happiness only in the service of the Lord. Only in the service. He don't get satisfaction from anywhere else. For him, everything is waste. For him, everything is stupid. Everything is nonsense other than bhakti. Whatever is there around him, he said, whatever you try to give me satisfaction, I am not happy with that. Now, it is not that somebody gives us 2 crore rupees. Somebody says, Prabhu, take this 2 crore rupees and live happily. There is nothing wrong in that, right? 2 crore rupees can really give us satisfaction. It is having that power that you will get all the comfort. You can easily live whole life on 2 crore rupees. What is not so big deal? It is there. But devotee don't get satisfaction in that. That object is having power to give us happiness. Like gulab jamun is having that happiness to give. But devotee don't want that thing. Devotee wants something else. So in this material world, we see so much comforts of life, money, facilities. These things are having power. But devotee says that I am not satisfied with this. So Lord Lakshmanji is telling to Ramachandra that it is like a fish staying away from the water. So don't leave us. We can't live without you. Then it is mentioned that how Lord reciprocates with his devotee Lakshmana. Nacha tena vina nidram labate purushottama mrishtam anam upanitam ashnati nahi tam vina. The Supreme Personal, Lord Ram, does not go to sleep in Lakshmana absence. Lord Ram not used to sleep without Lakshmanji. He can't sleep without Lakshman. And it is mentioned that if Kaushalya will bring a sweet rice for Ram, he will not take without Lakshmanji. He can't take without Lakshmanji. So it is mentioned that the brotherly relationship of this material world should be like this only. That I can't live without my brother or something like that. We know that when Srimati Radharani took birth, she opened her eyes when she saw Krishna. She was not opening her eyes for long time, right? So, same thing is there, that we don't get a devotee, the Ananya Bhav, the topmost level of devotee, he don't feel satisfaction in anything else other than bhakti. He wants satisfaction and he can get satisfaction only in the relationship and doing bhakti. So, now what was the seva Lakshmanji was doing? He was doing normal things. And he says, for Lakshmanji, it is mentioned in Shubala Upanishad that Mata Pita Bhrata Nivasha Sharanam Suhrid Gatir Narayana. Narayana is mother, father, brother, residence, caretaker, well-wisher and the shelter. Lakshmanji, he says to Sumantra that Aham tam Maharaje Pitritvam Nopalakshaye Bhrata cha Bandhus cha Pita cha Mama Raghav. He says, I do not consider this Dashrath as my father. He is not my father. My father is Ram. I don't consider him as my father. My brother, master, friend, father is Rama, the descendant of Raghu. So this was the affection of Lakshmanji he had for Lord Ram. Now, what Lakshmanji was doing, by doing service, he was always increasing the prosperity of Lord Ram. In the 9 process of devotional service, there is one process which is Sakhyam. Do you know that? Sakhyam. Friend. So what does it mean? You know that, na? Shramanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Pas Sevanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Vandanam, Naivada Bhakti. In that Sakhyam is there. What is that Sakhyam? Huh? Anyone? Sakhyam. What is Sakhyam? Huh? That I know. Sakya means friend. But Sakhyam means what? So, in this Sakhyam, any other answer? Anybody want to try? We reveal our mind to Lord. Okay.
Friendship without any returns. You don't expect anything else.
Suhrit. Okay. Anyone? What is Sakhyam? It's a Naivedya Bhakti, na? Sakhyam. So one question. Considering Lord as our friend, or Lord consider as we are his friend? Two things. You consider Lord as your friend, or Sakhyam means Lord consider you as your friend. आप भगवान को दोस्त मानते हैं या भगवान आपको दोस्त मानते हैं? What is Sakhyam? We consider. What is Sakhyam? बोलिए. आप भगवान को मित्र मानते हैं या भगवान आपको मित्र मानते हैं? प्रभु जी. Srila Prabhupada says a devotee consider himself well-wisher of Krishna, that is known as Sakhyam. He consider Krishna as his friend, and he's a well-wishing friend. And well-wishing friend means always well-wishing for. So well-wisher means Sakhyam, that I'm always well-wishing for Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada says, if devotee consider himself as a well-wishing friend, then he should always spread the glories of the Lord. That I should help Krishna. I should help him to preach. So devotee stays in that mood, Srila Prabhupada says. He's always increasing the prosperity of the Lord's holy name and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So like this Lakshmanji followed Bhagwan Ram. Wherever he went, Lakshmanji was there with him. And Narad Muni, he got his answer that how Lakshman simply followed Lord Ram. It is not so easy to give up everything. There are two things. How Lakshmanji saw that moment when he went with Ram. Other than his brotherhood, we may think that he went for a brotherhood. No. He saw first that there is a seva, and that seva is an opportunity for me. It is an opportunity. It is not simply that वो मेरे भाई हैं मैं उनके साथ जा रहा हूँ या कोई डिवोटी है सीनियर डिवोटी है मैं I am serving him. No, there is a opportunity. He saw that there is an opportunity. Now why Lord Ram chose Lakshmanji? Because Lakshmanji was having a desire to serve him. He was having a desire to serve. उनकी इच्छा थी कि मैं भगवान की सेवा दूं, तो भगवान ने उन्हें सेवा दिया. और लक्ष्मण जी राम जी के साथ क्यों गए? क्योंकि उन्होंने देखा कि यहाँ पे एक मौका है सेवा करना का, तो बिना रुके चले गए. तो हम भक्ति में लंबे समय तक, how we can stay for a long time in bhakti? By having a strong conviction, first thing, and seeing even a small thing as a service and an opportunity. And we should understand when we get service that Lord is doing favor to me. It is not that I am doing favor to the Lord. Lord is doing favor to me. And I need to serve him now. So these are the glories of, this is Bhagavad Katha. When we understand the Lord and his devotee, the conversation between them, the bhakti between them, that is known as Bhagavad Katha. And what is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita talks about karma, dhyan, man. So what is difference between Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Srimad Bhagavatam is really for devotees, and Bhagavad Gita is for the practicing, who are entering into bhakti and they have some mind control and all those things. But when you get mature, you want to hear only Bhagavatam. It is like that. But Srila Prabhupada purports of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is from Bhagavatam. So there is no difference between the Srila Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. When devotee reads Bhagavad Gita also, he relishes Bhagavatam in that. Because on every page Srila Prabhupada has mentioned Krishna. Right? So thank you very much. If you have any question, if you have any comment, you can say something. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.